Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Rahman, and I'll be giving you a basic introduction on the game Dota 2 and showing a gameplay of a recent game I have played as well, so that you could basically understand it better. So, at first, giving an overview about Dota. Dota, it's basically there are two teams who have to destroy a glowing orb of the opposing team in order to win the game. So there's this one team and there's this team. So basically, in every team there are 5 basic roles. There's a position 5 or known as the hard support. There's a position 4 known as the soft support. There's an offlane carry. There's a mid lane carry, and there's a safe lane carry. So basically, going on about this is that the soft support and the hard support have to assist their carries. In this case, the soft support has to support his offlane carry, and this hard support has to support his safe lane carry. The mid does not need a support at all times. So basically, a mid can handle its lane on its own. There are 3 basic lanes in Dota. There's one single map in the game with 3 lanes for each team. There's an offlane, there's a safe lane, and there's a mid lane. In the mid lane, only one hero from both teams go. In this case, there's Weaver in the Dire side, and there's Puck on the Radiant side. And talking about the safe lane, safe lane is the most crucial part of the game. Failing a safe lane is basically losing a game right before it's played correctly. So because in this game there's Phantom Assassin, who's a safe lane carry, and there's position 5 hero, hard support, Rubik, and on the other side there's Sniper, the safe lane carry, and position 5 Wind Ranger. So basically, talking about this, the position 5, in this case Wind Ranger and Rubik, have to assist their safe lane carries, so that in the late game they can kill as much heroes as they can in order to win the game and lead the team to victory. Talking about the third and last lane, the off lane, is basically the lane is also a very crucial lane as well, because an offlane's basic role is to fail the other team's carry. So basically, there's something like the offlane opposes in the opposition of an offlane, there's a safe lane and for each team. So the offlane in the Dire side, there is Underlord and Mirana, and offlane on the Radiant side, there is Keeper of the Light and its Tide Hunter. So I'll be showing you a gameplay on how we played this game recently, and how it all went down. So please bear with me. So okay, talking about this.
That I report the death of Dire's courier.
So talking about this, there is the offlane. There is a Mirana, there is an Underlord, and there is a safe lane Sniper, and there is a position 5 or a hard support, Wind Ranger. So basically, Wind Ranger is supporting Sniper in getting as much farm, or in this case last hits, on these creeps as possible, so that Sniper can make as much, so that Sniper can make crucial items that would assist him in the late game and help them winning in the game. Now on the other side, talking about the other side, there's a Phantom Assassin and there's a Rubik against a Tide Hunter and a Keeper of the Light over here. So a team has to place. It depends on the heroes, on how the team plays. It can be aggressive. It can be aggressive and defensive, or it can be totally defensive. Depends on the characters you pick. There are over 110 characters in the game. So the technicalities are over the roof. So we can see that that the PA is farming up and denying creeps as well for the Tyrant, so that it doesn't get farm and doesn't level up more than these two characters, than these two heroes. Sorry. So there's this Mirana, and then there's the mid lane. In the mid lane there's a Weaver and there's a Puck. The Puck is so the main thing about mid lane is that the mid laner has to farm for about 10 to 15 minutes, so that they can assist the other lanes as early as possible, so that their lane doesn't fail, so that the safe lane carry doesn't fail and gets enough farm for the late game. Failing safe lane is basically the safe lane is the most crucial role of the whole game, because failing the safe lane means that you lost the game from head on. And in this case, as you can see, the safe lane is killing the position 4 hero, and escapes as well from the Tyrant Hunter, who could have killed the character. The offlane, the basic part of the offlane is that they have to harass as much as possible the safe lane, so that they can't farm. So if the opposing safe laner farms, it means that it would be hard for the team to kill them in the late game. And there you can see the Mirana just got trapped. She was trying to harass hard support, but they trapped her, but they stunned her, and now she's trapped and now she's dead. The other hero tried to stop this, but he just got overpowered, and now he's close to dying as well. And there he goes. Skipping a bit forward, we can see that we can see that the game has almost 20 minutes have passed in the game, and the safe lane has farmed a bit, but it still needs to farm for about 10 minutes, so that it can be crucial after the 30-minute mark, because the 30-minute mark basically tells us that the game most of the time has passed in the game, and the team needs to win fights, or else the other team pushes and destroys the Ancient. The basic Dota is basically an abbreviation of the defense of the Ancients. These are the Ancients of the teams, and the basic thing to learn is that we have to defend these Ancients, so in order to win and destroy the other teams Ancient. As we can see that the Dire team is basically killing off their heroes. The Dire team is showing good skill and winning as of now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. I have no reason to lie about such things.
One of the main objectives of the game is to take these towers. These towers stop us from pushing the other lanes. We have to gradually take all towers of these lanes, so that we can push as much as possible in the lane. If we don't, if we don't do that, that means that the other team might push and take our towers and play more aggressive than we already are. So we can see the Phantom Assassin going back into the jungle. Jungle plays an important part in the game as well. There are creeps in the jungle that the carry or any other hero in the team role in the team can farm. It's basically a safe farming area for the team as well. Only if the support wards these areas, so that the carry can get vision if any of the other heroes in the team in the opposing team are trying to ambush it. Well, you can see it's almost 22 minutes, and PA is making it has made two main items, a Battle Fury and a Desolator. A Battle Fury is basically an item that helps in farming as much as as the hero can. Sorry. And you can see the position 5 trying to ward the area, so that PA can't be ambushed and get a clear view of this area. So the blue area shows the field of vision of the support. We can see the mid laner. The mid laner of the team has farmed. It has It has a good amount of damage. It has made a BKB. A BKB basically gives spell immunity to the hero for a short amount of time. For example, if this Weaver had opened, if the Weaver had activated its blacking bar, it would have gained spell immunity and would not have been damaged by any of the spells that it had been here. But it's a crucial thing to be done. So going a bit forward, going after the 30-minute mark, we can see that most of the towers on the Radiant side have been destroyed, and because of this, the Radiant side is trying to take the towers to tilt the game to their advantage as well. And we can see that they are coming towards the Dire side triangle, one of the safest places to farm for a carry, so that the farm for the carries in the opposing team does not get any more less. Sorry, my English is a bit bad today. So we can see that two of the main heroes of the team are dead, and the mid laner is also dead. Killing a hero is basically essential in the late game because it denies farm, and it helps the other heroes get farmed up as well. It provides a good amount of gold boost. As you can see that killing the mid laner gave Weaver 416 gold, which would be helpful in creating more and more items.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So the Dire side is taking the barracks of the opposing team.
Strange to say, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's structure.
Destroying the barracks is very essential as well as for example, if the barracks of this team had been destroyed, are destroyed. So the creeps so the minions or the creeps on the other side would be much stronger than they normally are. For example, if they have 598 health, they would start getting above 600 or above 650 health. So and have more tankiness in them. This helps in pushing the team's lanes as well.
It would appear Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Going a bit forward after the 35 minutes, almost 36 minutes have passed. So we can see that two main carries of the Dire team have died, and due to this, Sniper and Weaver have got a crucial amount of farm as well. Their support is picking up, has bought Smoke of Deceit. Smoke of Deceit basically clouds the vision of an observer ward. There's a double damage rune over here. Runes spawn at the 4-minute mark in the river on two sides. One on the upper side and one on bottom side. It randomly generates everywhere, and there are almost 5 types of runes. There's basically a bounty rune. There's an invisibility rune. There's a haste invisibility rune that provides invisibility for about a minute or 30 seconds. There's an arcane rune which reduces cooldown, the cooldown reduction and the spell mana cost of every of the hero that has activated the arcane rune. Then there is an illusion rune granting two more illusions for the team. And then there is a double damage rune which we've just seen, that doubles the amount of damage that player can do to the other team, to the other man. So this is the Roshan. Roshan is basically killing Roshan in the early stages of the game is quite hard. But but killing it has a specific advantage.
Exploited by the Dire.
You can when you kill the Roshan, you get the Aegis of the. He drops the Aegis of the Immortal. So getting the Aegis of the Immortal basically means that you have an extra life in the game. So that even if this Phantom Assassin dies, it will respawn in the same area it died after almost 3 seconds.
Radiant's tower is under attack.
But none of its spells would have lost its cooldown.
Allies disappear.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Surely that was intentional? Radiant's top barracks are under attack. And what an attack it is.
I'm winded. My arrow.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Assassinations. Nature's will.
So we can see that the Dire team is basically
This is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing.
the Dire team is basically
Double kill.
killing off the Radiant's heroes and taking its barracks and getting closer and closer to victory. They just need to take these barracks and these towers and destroy, and after that they'll be free to destroy the Ancient as well.
Radiant's structures are fortified. In fact, they appear radiant.
Every hero has their own unique abilities, and learning them can be hard for each other.
Bullseye.
Ownage.
Misunderstanding.
I spy with my little eye that Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
So we're taking these bottom barracks so that we would get mega creeps as well.
Barracks are
Getting mega creeps, after you take all the barracks, the opposing team gets mega creeps, which then means that that an ultimate or a superior form of creeps will spawn
breaking news.
that do a massive amount of damage and are quite tanky themselves.
Yes.
Ownage.
Beneath a tree.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. I have no reason to lie about such things.
So they're basically just harassing the team, not letting them come out of the fountain, and they're basically just trying to win the game. The creeps, on the other hand, these are the mega creeps, and they're going to they're destroying the Ancient, and they just won. There is an all chat option as well in the game, and look at the 0 health, and there it goes. Thank you, and I hope you learned about the game as well, and Lafis.